is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word model? Probably right now you're imagining this super guy of Calvin Klein with his perfect body. However, in economy, the word model means something much deeper and different. In my field, the word model means the representation of reality. To be more precise, it means the abstract representation of reality. But what does it mean? It sounds like very strange and maybe difficult to understand. But hey, Danny, don't worry. It's simpler than that, and it's not so hard to understand. And it all begins when somebody is trying to understand the real world. For example, Newton, when he was trying to understand why a simple apple falls into the ground. But the reality is too complex, so you need to find another way to simplify it so you can understand. And that's when a model burns. And it have the function of simplify the reality, to put the reality in simple terms. And that's what Newton did. And now we have, well, he discovered the law of gravity. And in his case, he made a mathematical model, but in fact there is a lot of type of models, and they all have the same function, that is simplify the reality. In fact, drawing is a very common and useful way to simplify the reality, and we all use it once, at least one time. What I love of the story of Newton is that it is a true story, and it shows us that the greatest things, just as his law of gravity, comes from a simple idea. And you don't need to be an engineer, a mathematic, or a physics to make a model. You just need your desire for understanding the world and how it's working, and your mind will do the rest. Your mind will find the best way to simplify the reality and to put the reality in simple terms. In other words, your mind will find a way to make a model. Anyway, I really hope that this will help you to understand what a model is, and that it's much more than just a woman or a man with a super body. Thank you for your attention.
I know you are an engineer, but do you actually know what it means, the word model, what a model means? I know we all, the engineers and economists, made a lot of models each day, but do we really know what it's a model? But first, what is the first thing when you hear, that comes to your mind when you hear the word model? Probably you are, due to you're an engineer, you maybe due to your mind comes a lot of mathematical things, maybe diagrams and that kind of things. But in my field, or well, in our field, to sum up, it's like it's like the abstract representation of the reality. But that sounds like very strange and maybe difficult to understand, even for us, even for the people that make a lot of models each day. But actually, it's very simple. It's a very simple concept, and all starts when somebody's trying to understand the reality, just like us. And for example, the case of Newton, who was trying to understand why a simple apple falls into the ground when they like stop carrying it. And the fact is that the reality is too complex, so we need to find another way to understand it, and that's why a model becomes important. That's when a model born. And in short words, a model is the reality in simple terms. It's the way we simplify the reality so we can understand it, and we can make a lot of analysis on that, and a lot of great things. And in the case of Newton, he made a mathematical model that we are used to in our fields do it, but in fact, there is a lot of type of models, and they all are different, and they all have the same function, that is simplify the reality and put it in simple terms. In fact, for example, drawing, it's a very common and useful way to simplify the reality, and you don't need to be an engineer, an economist, or a physics to draw. And and in fact, that put the reality in simple terms in a very easy way. So what I want to say with this is that you are an engineer, I am an engineer and an economist, and we make models each day, but sometimes we don't know what we are doing, what a model means, and why we are doing it. So I really hope that this will help you to understand better what is a model and what is so important in our daily life. Thank you for your attention. Sí, ponelo, ponelo.